Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Mitch's K1 Visa channel. Okay, I got my very first email today. This is really great. It's so funny. I have another YouTube channel as well. It's a small one too, but a little bit more advanced than this one as far as my subscribers. So anyway, got an email from Tony. He wants to know. First, he says, thank you for the channel. It's really nice of you to do this. Thank you too, of course. Thank you for being here. Uh, he's asking for, he says to me, Mitchell, what things about your wife surprised you since she's from another country? That's a really great question, Tony. So, and I'm a very sincere person. You'll see that in time as I do my videos. I just am. The first thing, Tony, honestly, the first thing about my wife, um, her kindness. She's a very kind person, and you can't fake that, or if you can fake it only for so long. She's been kind and such a kind, sweet person for 6 years now with me. It's just an amazing experience for me. I was married before. Of course, I dated before that too as well. But to be with my wife and to be around that kindness is just, it's humbling almost every day, to tell you the truth, Tony. So that's a really good thing I've got to experience before I leave the earth. That kind of kindness at that level. She's very kind. Breakfast. Most of my breakfast. See, first of all, I cook, guys. I love to cook, but she cooks. She cooks way better than me. She cooks food from another country, which I love a lot. But we always have, or we typically have, salad with our breakfast. That was different. So I never expected that. So I have salad a lot with breakfast now. So that's kind of cool too. Loyalty, very loyal, and I'm a very loyal person. All my friends would tell you that I'm a very loyal person, and I finally met my match in that area because a lot of people don't know what that means anymore. But she does. It's in her bones, like it's in my bones, to be very loyal. Another thing that surprised her is she liked when I first showed interest in her, she liked the age difference was very small. We are only 3 years apart, my wife and I, and the reason why I say this, if you've had any experience at all with the international dating sites, you'll see a lot of these men are, my age, in their 50s or 60s or 70s, trying to find wives in their 20s and 30s. And so in her country, it's not a normal thing for a man in his, at the time I was 47, at 47 to find a wife just a couple years younger than him. Usually men at 47 find women, 20s, 25 or whatever. I wasn't interested in that because my goal in my life was to grow old with my wife. I didn't want to have such a young person in my life as a wife. Now, some men enjoy that. That's great. That's your thing. Fantastic. Good on you. For me, though, I wanted to have someone who was very close to my age, so we can have the same maturity level and the same. We understand the same historical events. Even though we're from different countries, I knew we would have similar cultural events, and we sure did. So she was amazed that we were so close in age, or I was interested in a woman over 40. I mean, that's a big deal, I guess, in her country. So I didn't care. I thought she was beautiful and intelligent anyway, so it didn't matter to me. So there we go. Another thing, Tony, her life story is amazing to me. Her life story makes me think about how fortunate, by luck, I was born in America. Now, it's to say that I got to scoot by a lot of things that she had to endure because I live in this part of the world. Her childhood wasn't bad, but it just wasn't nothing one would brag about either. Whereas I had a great childhood. My father worked for the Navy, so we did a lot of traveling. I had the typical balanced American middle class childhood where she didn't have that. And so I'm just amazed by her life story, I can listen for hours to her experiences. And when we were alive at the same time, right? Like, okay, what were you doing in 1973? And she'll tell me, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, she'll say, what were you doing? I was playing with Play-Doh, with the Slinky, you know? It makes my life seem so frivolous as a boy compared to her life, you know? Even college, she was so focused on college. I mean, anyway, I was just amazed. I'm amazed all the time about her life story. It's like this never-ending book of interest for me. It's the most interesting thing ever for me is hearing about her life story. It's amazing to me. Um, my wife is smart, but you know, to me, she's also very intelligent. Now, smart to me is like a person who can, you know, you walk out to your car, you're aware of your surroundings. At the same time, you're a bit able to deduct certain numbers or think about things in a very, you know, just common sense type thinking. That's smart, right? But she's very intelligent. I mean, her sense of intelligence is very high, and it always impresses me. The reason why I know this because when we talk about issues, I think I'm a smart guy. But when we talk about issues, she brings out this intelligence that I didn't even think about. Angles and things she's bringing into the conversation that these are conversations of intelligent people. You know, I'm a smart guy, but you know, she's intelligent. And so I love that she brings out these points. She makes me think because her life experiences is shaping her, right? It shapes all of us, you know. And it's just an amazing thing to be a part of. It really is. I say the last thing, Tony, I want to tell you about, and I'll probably do another video as well, is her world view is very open-minded. You know, she does well in America, but I know a lot of times she probably doesn't agree to the way Americans do things, you know. But her worldview is very open-minded. The way she thinks, it gives me hope for the future. Does that make sense to you? Um, she's kind and she thinks about much more than just herself. You know, much more. You know, a fancy car and a fancy house, that's not going to impress her. She cares about people. I mean, it's just, I don't know, that's best way I can explain it to you, Tony, is that her worldview is very open-minded and caring, you know. So that's my things about my wife now, who was my fiance then for 90 days, right? That I am surprised by, I am amazed by, you know, and if you find that right person from another part of the world, you know, you really think they're the right person, I really suggest, I strongly advise you, you should go down that road with them and get married and enjoy and experience life with somebody else who's not from America, if that's your desire, because it's a really interesting daily event. It really is, you know, it's a great deal. So that's my video for today. I ask you again to subscribe to this channel, Mitch's K1's Visa channel. I love having all my friends watch the videos and teaching people about life outside the normal American marriage, because that's what I have for sure. As you watch more and more of my videos, you'll understand more and more how even in international marriage, I am of the really small minority marriage there. You'll understand that in time. But I'm here to help my friends out who are mostly American, of course, because I'm from America. I'm here to help out the male side of the American experience who wants to be married to a woman from another country. Because I don't see a lot of those videos. I see a lot of videos of people coming to America. That's great, awesome. You know, but I see videos from lawyers talk about the K1 visa process, but I don't see many people like me who are talking about their own experience, you know. So there we go, Tony. Thank you for the question, and please, you guys, subscribe to, all right? I appreciate it. You guys take care.